Jake, thank you for sharing your story with us. And I just would love for you to share just briefly your experience. If you would just share briefly like what happened. And I'll have your mom interject as she comes up with some of the bits and pieces of the story. And then as you go further into your story, just how we got together and just how, just your experience with the work that we did. So if you would like to introduce yourself and share, I don't know, do you want to go all the way back to 7th grade? Probably.
And then like how that worked.
Yeah.
Or it didn't work.
How what worked?
The therapy that you got then.
Oh, it did not work.
Yeah. So what happened and so who are you? What you doing right now?
I'm Jake Boy. I play football. I'm a senior in high school. And yeah.
And what happened in 7th grade?
In 7th grade, during a track meet, I jumped over a high jump bar, and when I landed, I missed the whole pit, the padding area, and I landed on the back of my head, and I hit it, and I had a seizure, and I had a really bad concussion. I don't really remember much from like then for like a year and a half, and I just felt weird, and then I think we went to a couple places, didn't we? I feel like we went to like two.
Yeah.
Two places.
Columbus and...
Because the Whitmer guy. Went to that guy.
Yeah.
We went to like 2 or 3 places, and I don't think anything helped.
What were some of the things, if you can remember, what were some of the things you did?
Balance.
Yeah, they'd have me do like balance stuff, or like, it was like games. Like, I didn't feel like it was like helping me with my memory or anything. It felt like it was just like a temporary little game thing to challenge my brain. Like, I don't think it helped at all. And it didn't feel like it helped at all. And so, to just go away. Again, when I got to 8th grade.
Originally, he would have you stand in the office for a minute and do left leg, right leg balancing, and then you would see strength, left side, right side, and I mean, you flew through those with flying colors, so we only went there a few times.
Because did you have balance issues?
Yeah.
It was more so the memory issue
Yeah,
for you,
I
right?
didn't really have anything physical. It was just all mental. I couldn't really do anything or remember anything or like think.
Sit through class, you couldn't sit through class.
Or like with my emotions, I couldn't control my emotions or anything.
And then, so kind of fast forward, so 7th grade into 8th grade, when did things start to get better? Kind of, I guess, when did you start to feel better from that?
I think...
And if you remember, you were kept out of summer basketball, football, we wouldn't let you play.
I don't know, I don't really remember anything.
You didn't do anything till track.
I just remember, did I do 8th grade track? Did I do I did basketball.
You did. You
8th
did 8th
grade
grade track, but you just ran. You didn't.
Basketball. I feel like I got normal again. Like when I was running, I still felt lightheaded and stuff.
Except for the heat. You would overheat.
I felt lightheaded and I would overheat and stuff.
It was awful.
But like I mentally kind of started feeling a little better, like myself again.
Like at the end of 8th grade?
And then yeah, towards the end I was feeling fine, and then the summer going into my freshman year is when I like kind of forgot I even had a concussion in the first place.
So you felt like you were doing pretty good in school, emotion-wise,
I feel
everything
like
was good?
my body just got used to it. Like I didn't get any like stuff from the places that helped it. And then.
But you were doing better though.
Yeah.
You felt pretty good. School was going well. Okay. And then
I got I got a couple other concussions, right? Like, when was the next one? Was it Monroeville?
Yeah, this last year
And
as a junior.
Scrimmage. Well, I probably got some other ones as a freshman,
practice,
sophomore.
Yeah.
I would get hit or something. I would just see all these colors and shapes, and then that kind of went away after. Like,
what, Jake, were your positions primarily? Freshman, sophomore
was
year?
quarterback.
You've always been QB. Okay.
And then sophomore year, when I was quarterback on varsity, I didn't get hit as much, but when I did, I really would see a bunch of colors and shapes. And then going into my junior year in this scrimmage, I got playing defense. I went head on with someone, and it made me all wobbly, and I fell over, and I couldn't stand up on my own, and I couldn't really talk. And so then
You got really aggressive.
I couldn't really control my emotions for like a couple weeks, and then after 2 weeks I was back, and I played 1.5 games, and then the half game I played, I got another concussion where a kid went head on with me when I was playing quarterback, And then that set me back for like another 2 or 3 weeks. I couldn't play.
What were you, so they benched you, of course, right? They made you sit, but what else, what were you experiencing? What was going on symptom-wise?
I could not remember anything, or I couldn't focus. I felt like weird. Like I just like couldn't, I felt tired all the time, but like I couldn't sleep. And then I just couldn't think like ever or remember anything unless I like 100% knew it before I got my concussion. It's like I couldn't learn anything new.
It's like English was all right because you already knew English, but then
like
stats,
like everything, like we learn like we do something for a week and then we move on. It's like I just couldn't do it. So then we came here after like.
Pause for a second. How were you doing? Speak to the emotional piece, or just, how were you? How was your temperament? I know your mom speaks to that a little bit, but like, were you aware of how you were emotional regulating as well? Did you have any concerns?
I don't even know.
Or you felt you were pretty good?
I don't know. I didn't feel good, but I don't really remember. I knew I wasn't reacting to stuff normal. I would get like I would get like madder and more angry easily.
I just was curious because again, I do feel like it's so important, and as I talk to other people, like, I mean, just how it impacts to the head, and even, when scans come back normal, like when there's tension and compression on the brain, the cranium, it affects how that brain works. So back to like the emotional and, just regulating everything, temperature, emotions, all things can absolutely be affected. And I think that often that's not considered or addressed when concussions are brushed off and taken lightly. So I just wanted to just speak to that a little bit. So anyway, so we got to meet. You found me. Okay. So I guess maybe like before we got started, what was like for you in your head? Like what did your head feel like? I know you probably just explained that as far as like, memory, trying to retain things.
I had like headaches all the time and stuff. And I felt foggy all the time.
Foggy's a great word.
And then we came here for the first time. Like after the first time, I felt like lighter. I felt like, I don't really know how to describe it, happier, but like more clear. And like I wasn't as confused with like everything. Like I felt before, like everything like in the world was confusing. Like I couldn't just kind of process stuff, but then afterward I could like see something and be like, oh, that's happening. And it wouldn't like make me struggle to understand it or whatever. And then when we kept coming back, it got better. And eventually it kind of like basically went away.
Right. I'm just gonna, just chime in, but yes, I have pictures like pre and post on that very first session as, we've been tracking your eyes and truly those compressive forces that, multiple, right? There was one from 7th grade and then, those two impacts your junior year, and just here's these compressive forces. And so as I felt your head, felt your brain, like you really struggled to move fluids. There just was so much compression on your brain, and how hard it is for a brain to do its job well when there's compression on it and it can't quite move the fluids in and out as well. So that was exciting how quickly we could open things up and get things moving, and how very quickly, you had that brightness in your eyes that you hadn't had for so long. I know your mom, she's like, oh my gosh, you smiled, and you haven't, had that ease.
Like, not forced.
I'll never forget that session. So fast forward, right? We've been working and, we started, I think, in December. Here we are in August. So I don't know, just over 6 months or so. So, we've done all the work. Your brain's in a much better place. So how's life for you? What you doing? What you working on? How's the end of your junior year? How you doing? How you feeling?
I felt like the end of junior year was easier. And then the summer, hang out with friends, football, work, fair stuff. But like everything felt just better.
Back to school, how did school feel easier for you?
Because from the beginning of school to like winter, it just felt like I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go to school because I knew I was just not going to learn anything, or I was just going to fail a test, or just not do anything all day because I was not going to be able to remember it or like understand it. But like after the winter, then when we started coming here, then I could understand stuff and study, and I started getting A's again and everything.
What classes were you taking?
My stats class, chemistry, those two were the hardest ones. And even history, just remembering something for a quiz. I could see it on a slideshow or something, and I would just remember it. I used to be able to do that until I got all the concussions, and so then that's kind of like how I felt since like winter. I felt like better like that.
Awesome. And what, like, just give me a couple things, like what are you feeling great about these days in your life?
I feel less stressed. More like organized. Like I don't have to have like a clean like pile of clothes or something. But like before, I would not know where something was or whatever. I would just kind of throw it somewhere. But now I can I know where stuff is, and I can keep like a mental tally or something. So like I can use my like brain to like mentally kind of think about stuff better and just like remember stuff.
Awesome. And what are you excited about for your future? Just in general, what are you excited about?
College football, going to college, whatever job I have after
In
college.
December, were you thinking that far, or were you thinking that was even a possibility?
No, I was thinking about, I don't know, nothing.
He told me he couldn't remember anything from August to December.
Wow. Okay.
I said, you went to homecoming. How about that? You're
No, I don't
"Not
remember really homecoming at all.
See, doesn't remember anything.
Jake, thank you so much. Anything else that you want to share? I
Nope.
appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your story.
Mhm.
You're going to help lots and lots and lots of people.
I hope.
You will.